performing another new day from scientific days of IDYM. So today we will talk together about research-oriented education. We have two great speakers. We need to welcome Dr. Debali. She is with us now. Hello, mom. Okay, she is joining us now. Today we will talk about research-oriented education. Without research, no education. Without education, no research. So, to be honest, no advancement in the area of education without highlight research work, because research is highly required in the advancement of education and the progress of nations. And also, vice versa, education is highly required for the research, because if we have non-educated people, so we will not have researchers. Based on this concept, today we will have two great speakers. The first speaker will be Dr. Debali, and she will deliver a lecture in this area. She will add it to our knowledge about the topic research-oriented education. So we need to listen from both of our great speakers. Today I'll be with you. I'm the moderator of the day. This is Dr. Iman Alam from Egypt. Now we need to thank IDYM because they are performing events to share science with our colleagues and students and researchers.
Ma'am, a speaker is not there. She is facing some problem. She is telling like this.
So we need to wait a few minutes for her.
Okay, ma'am, you can speak on this topic, and if they are not coming, after that you can wind up.
Yes. Till maybe any technical issue with her. I need to introduce both of them. If there is any problem with her, I'll be there. Okay. So as I mentioned before, today we will correlate education with research. Education is highly required for the progress of nations. Also, research is highly required for the progress of nations. Without researchers, we can't find our drugs, our foods, clothes, and many other things without researchers. And also without educators, maybe we will disappear, because educators are the most important pillar in this nation. So allow me to talk about the topic within a few moments. So I need to highlight some points. I need to say that celebrating a few days ago, we are celebrating the Teacher Day. Okay, it's an international celebration. So IDYM invited many educators. We are talking about research-oriented education because researchers and educators are working at the parallel ways. They are meeting in some points, they are meeting in the scientific way by enhancing to be better, to be willing, and so on. And also Without researchers, we can't do any more things. Without researchers, education will not be improved. So today we will talk about transformation towards professional stability. As we mentioned before, we need to highlight sustainable development goals. The fourth goal of sustainable development is the quality of education. So we are talking about professional education and professional research work. Improvement of educational process and also improvement research work. So today we will try to correlate both included in research or researchers. I think it will be I think it will be impossible without researchers. We can't, for example, active learning. We can't talk about game-based learning, and so on. We can't talk about simplification of science. We can't talk about leaders. We can't create leaders in the area of education. Let's welcome great speaker, Dr. Debali. Dr. Debali, the floor is yours.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sorry for the joining late. In Pune, it's raining heavily. Some parts clouds are bursting. In my area, no electricity. I'm facing internet issues. Okay, shall we start, ma'am? Please allow me to present my PPT.
Can you introduce yourself, because we need to hear from your side. I tried to introduce you, but there's contact between us. So I need you to introduce yourself, to hear from your knowledge.
Yes.
Yours, take your time, please.
Okay, good evening. Good evening, one and all. My name is Dr. Dipali Shirgave. I'm having 15 years experience in education field. I'm a principal of Aditya English Medium School, and I love traveling. I'm a avid reader, and actually I'm connected with this IDYM team past 2 years, and I'm really grateful for Ravi sir and IDYM team for giving me this opportunity. Thank you. Ma'am, shall we start? Please allow me to share my screen.
Okay, I'm going. Let's welcome Dr. Debali. The floor is yours. Dr. Debali will deliver a lecture about research-oriented education. Take your time.
Yes. Thank you, Iman ma'am. Now, today's our topic is research-oriented education, a transformation towards professional stability. We must, all Indians, we know India has a long historical tradition of research and knowledge creation and discipline ranging from science, mathematics, art and literature, phonetics and languages to medicine and agriculture. And this needs to be further strengthened to make lead India research and innovation in the 21st century skills. As we know, 21st century skills we must imbibe in our students. So 21st century skill as a strong and enlightened knowledge society and one of the largest economic in the world. So here, why we need research-oriented education? To create capable independent learners, to create competent researchers, and to increase the circumstances in which teaching and research have occasionally, they both meet. Now, we will see why we need this research-oriented education in our schools. So these are the 5 E modules: elaborate, evaluate, explain, explore, engage. We'll see one by one. First, we'll see engage. How to engage the students. If we'll engage the students through activities, mentally engage the students with an event or questions. We have to engage the students mentally. We have to involve them. Some engagement activities we have to conduct in the school to help the students to make connections with what they know and they can do better. Next one, explore. Students have to explore in the classroom. They work with one another to explore their ideas through hands-on activities. And this exploration provides a set of common experiences for all learners. So as a teacher, we should give some freedom to our students. They have to explore in the classroom. Here, under the guidance of the teacher, students begin to clarify their understanding of major concepts and skills. So here, the teacher is playing a very important role to explore the students' ideas. She should guide them regularly. Next, explain. Now, students construct explanation of the concept and processes about which they are exploring and learning. So here, teacher clarifies the students' understanding of concepts and help them there to develop their skills. So as a teacher, she should explain everything. If the students are having doubts, she has to solve their doubts. Next one, module will go. Fourth one, to extend or to elaborate. So as a teacher, she should explain the lessons, whatever the challenges students are facing. She has to apply what they have learned to a new situation and to build on the students' understanding of concepts in ways what they extend their knowledge and their skills. And last part, evaluation. Evaluation is very important. As a teacher, she should evaluate regularly so students access their own knowledge, skills, their abilities, and these lessons also allow teachers to evaluate students' progress and inform instructions regularly. So here I conclude my speech, the research-oriented education. Thank you, ma'am, and thank you, sir.
Most welcome, ma'am. Really, you added a lot. Highlighted. Please keep this slide or allow me to talk about it. Highlighted, evaluate, engage, explore, explain, elaborate. Really appreciate because it's very important to engage our students in the area of education or in handling and managing educational process. Really, I appreciated this diagram because engagement is highly important because you delivered a great lecture in a very smart, very short time. Time is yours. If you wanted to add more things, it's yours. Really, very short time, so you can add more if you want. It's yours. The floor is yours. Dr. Driali? Dr. Driali?
If any participants, if you want to add your views, you can add it.
We have Dr. Sen. Dr. Sen, do you have any comment? Be added? You will be most welcome. Dr. Koshbi Sen, Koshbu Sen, your name in a good way. Okay, okay, okay. According to very well explained, and thanks a lot for you. You added a lot. So, can I discuss some points, my dear sister, with you? Hello, Dr. Dibali? Dr. Dibali? Please. Okay. So I need to highlight one point with you, Dr. Dibali, if you are with me. I need to highlight that research is highly related with education at all levels, not only at schools, but in case of academics also, and not only in case of academics, in case of schools also. So we need to focus on research-oriented education, and we need to simplify science to be reachable using the aid of research and by using the qualification of researchers beside educators. My dear sister, in this point, the Baliwan, please open your mic. You are talking, but you didn't open your mic. If you are hearing me, please open your mic.
Hello, are you here?
Yes, it's okay now. Please
Hello?
go ahead. Can you hear me? I commented on one point and I need to hear from your side. Can you hear me, or do you want me to repeat what I said before? Please open your mic. The Balimon?
Hello?
Yes,
Listening?
it's okay. Please open it. Don't close, please. Open your mic, please.
Hello?
Hello, welcome. Open your mic, please. Mom, you are talking without opening your mic. Please open your mic. Unmute yourself, please. Till she can hear us, what I wanted to highlight that all stages of growth of our students and all stages of the educational process, we are in a real need to researchers. We need to engage research work with educational processes, because without research, no advancement in education. This is what I meant, and this is my message, because isolating education, the research is very bad, because we need to highlight research, and we need to encourage our students to love research and research work, to be engaged in the educational process, to be active. This will be done by active learning and by many strategies of education, and also many creative methods of education. So we need uh, to engage research in education, and also we need not to isolate each one. Dibali sir is, sorry, Dibali mom with us now. Please open your mic.
Ma'am,
Please open your mic without closing it.
I'm facing internet issue. Are you able to listen me?
Yes, excellent. Your voice is excellent. Closing your mic. You are
Yes.
muting yourself. So
No,
please
no.
don't mute yourself.
No,
You
no,
need to
I'm not
hear.
muting. It's for internet issue I'm facing.
Oh,
Now,
sorry.
am I audible?
Excellent. Go ahead, please.
Okay. So now here I would like to highlight some points. What is the role of teacher in research-based education? So as a teacher in research-based learning classroom, teachers often act more like a coach. She has to guide the students as they develop questions and problems and helping students to find, read, sort and evaluate information. And she should give the students knowledge and she should give the opportunity to draw their own conclusions. That is very important. And there she has to provide the time and the opportunity for the students to develop their knowledge and their skills.
Excellent. Excellent. Now we have another speaker, Dr. Geeta, joined us. Welcome, Geeta, ma'am. Can you hear me? Dr. Geeta, can you engage the discussion with us? Okay, maybe any internet issue. Excellent, Devali, ma'am. Do you want to add anything? The time is yours.
Yes, one more point I wanted to add.
Take your time. You can say many
Yes.
points.
Yes.
From your side, it's yours.
No, sorry, because today I think I'm facing a lot of network issues. I'm unable to listen properly. So here one more point I want to add. What are the benefits of research-based learning? As we know in NEP also, NEP is focusing on the research-based learning. So here I would like to add few more points. As a students, they have to access to resources on the campus that are essential for high quality research-based learning. So here, students, they have to active engagement with research provides a more enjoyable and stimulating experiences. So here, students will explore more their experiential skills.
Okay. Dr. Debali, ma'am, is facing a network issue. So let's welcome again guest, Dr. Geeta. Are you with us, Geeta, ma'am? Hello? Can you unmute yourself, please? According to comments in the chat box, we need to thank Dr. She delivered a great lecture as usual. So thank her much because, however, of problems of electricity and network issues, but she tried to deliver a great lecture. Now we are welcoming all our colleagues to participate with us and to share their knowledges. Dr. Debali touched a very important point. This important point is, as I said, engaging the student in the issue of research-based education and research-based learning. So I think she is still facing another problem in network. So we can invite more of our colleagues to join us, and let's continue talking about research-based education, it's very important to highlight research as a tool of education, as like inquiry-based learning, game-based learning, and also many tools. We have also research as a tool to improve and to enhance the issue of education, the process of education, because also we are going to talk about how to create the leaders. So she talked about engaging students in education. So she is talking about how to create a leader, because engaging the students is very important. Really, Dr. Debali ma'am touched a very important point by highlighting how to engage student in the issue and the process of education. Let's welcome, I'm confused because I am in love with her, my dear sister, Dr. Sonel. Welcome, Sonel, mom. Are you fine?
Hello, hello.
Hello?
Good evening. Good evening.
Hello.
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 So, yeah, hello. I think it was a wonderful
Welcome to
topic.
share
Why the
your
speakers
knowledge
have
with
not
us.
yet come?
Yes, we are
Hmm.
waiting to hear from your side.
So I think we can continue with the session with some of the more knowledge that we have. You can continue if you have for 10, 15 minutes.
I need to hear from your side also. Just I highlight before your entrance, you can participate with me in discussing this point. I highlighted that we need to focus on research-based education at all levels of education, not only at the academic levels, but also for example, we need this in schools and in academics and in case of postgraduate students and so on. So we need to highlight research based education at all levels. And also we need to highlight a simplification of science in school. For example, we can use our books and our contents to be more easy and more understandable to students. Can you add your view on this point, my dear sister? Can you discuss this point with me?
Yeah, I think in education a lot of research is still needed to be done because we are just talking about the core aspects of academic learning. So a lot has to be blended into project-based learning. We have to give teachers the scope of inviting the students to show their talents and skills in such a beautiful way that the children must not know that they are being tested, but at the same time, their performance level is taken into consideration, testing their skills at the spur of the moment, because sometimes when children are not aware that they are being tested, they perform excellently very good, and when they're told that they are going to be given a test, that time the performance level trips down. So a lot of research work has to be done into this by providing them with a lot of insights into project based learning, competency based learnings, and giving them multiple scopes in all the aspects of different age appropriate level. For example, if you're giving a physics subject for a 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th standard child, you have to blend the academics in a certain way. You have to give them certain ideas and certain experiments to be conducted at home and see the magnitude of the learning that happens. That when they do the research on themselves, they learn much more than what is not there in the textbooks. So, in the same way, the child of 3-year-old and the child of 16-year-old, there has to be a different level of performance based strategies, assessment strategies, research based strategies, and teachers need to adapt all these things in a very beautiful way so that all the academic learning is converted into project based learning. Because according to the NAP 20 policy now, the research is totally on performance level, skill level. We have to tap the skills of the child, we have to tap the inner aspects of the core development of the child, which the child may not be able to exhibit when they are being looked at while performing. So, this is taken into consideration while assessment is done in the child at the moment that they are not being tested, but The test is happening, and the teacher is observing each and every aspect of the child's performance level. The socio-emotional learning is happening. The performance is tested. Assessment is taking place, and at the same time, the child is able to cope up with his own inner resiliency, and the fear is removed. Confidence level increases automatically. So this is what we need to do invent in the research. Yeah. Thanks,
Excellent.
dear. Thanks.
Excellent. This is all what we need, my dear sister. We need to highlight different means in education. You highlighted many things, not only research-based education, but also you talked about inquiry-based education and game-based education. We are talking about, as I said before, creation of leaders, not creation of students. I agree totally. And also I need to send also my thanks messages to our dear colleague and sister, Dr. Debali, because she delivered a very smart lecture in a very short time. She is facing now problem of rain and the network, but already she delivered a lovely lecture and a smart lecture. And now we have another guest inside the meeting. Let's thank again Dr. Soner because her discussion. But now we have another guest inside the meeting, Mr. Azul Karim and Dr. Gita. If any one of you wanted to discuss with us these points, you will be most welcome. Let's welcome Dr. Gita and Mr. Azul Karim. Can you talk with us? Hello? Dr. Gita? Mr. Azul Karim? Can you hear me? Yes. Most welcome. Your mic is open.
Hello,
Can...
Assalamu alaikum.
Hello, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Please continue. We need to hear from your side. Today we are talking about research-oriented education.
Assalamu alaikum. I am Rezaul Karim from Bangladesh.
Most welcome. Today we are talking about research-oriented education. Do you want to do any comment or to discuss with us any point? Hello?
Actually, I don't. Hello.
Hello, we are hearing from you.
Oh yes, network is very weak here in Bangladesh. I am very weak. That's why.
Okay, let's welcome Mr. Azul Karim and our guests in the meeting. Now we have a new guest, Dr. Petkar. Dr. Petkar. Dr. Petkar Usa. Do you want to add something? Dr. Petkar Usa. Okay, okay. Let's return to our colleague, Dr. Soner. Do you want to add something?
Okay, I'll just speak about something what we need to invent. We should start creating developmentally appropriate age activities so that the children are able to go down into the level of learning. For example, if we are to invent activities for a 3-year-old child, we need to keep up the lesson plan in mind and give them such kind of activity that all the STEAM learning is taken into consideration. The STEAM learning is like, for example, if you are teaching a fruit concept for a child, we need to understand the science aspect of the fruit, the technology, how the fruits can grow, and what are the irrigation and the agricultural methods used in a basic way for the child. So same way, for a 3-year-old child and as well for the 16-year-old child, teacher needs to start creating at this spur of the moment activities to see what are the STEAM learning modules. to see the technology aspect, the English, for example, the worksheets are prepared, activities are given to the child to cover all the phonetics of the letters and everything, and each and every aspect is taken into consideration. So, for example, when you're teaching a 9-standard-old child, during pandemic, what has happened? All the children were locked at home. They had no real experimenting in the class the way they do in the class. So it was a very tough time for the child to understand the chemical aspect of how chemical changes happen in the lab. So here we have a lot of multi-dimensional learning at home. The kitchen has a lot of chemical reactions taking place in the class, in the home, in the kitchen. So this way, small child can be taken into kitchen, help him do the research work, uh, show them the way the lemon works, the acid works, and what kind of certain kinds of activities are given to the child to see the innovative research work taking place in the class and at home. So this way, we can just compartmentalize each and every learning happening. I think this is what we need to actually dive deep into the learning strategies. Yeah.
Excellent, my dear sister. Excellent, excellent. I agree totally with you. Really, I agree totally with you. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Now, Dr. Sunil, we have some of our new colleagues. They are with us. We have new guests. We have Mr. Emmanuel. We have, I think, Dr. Rasta. And also we have Principal Ashu Sharma. Anyone of you want to add anything to the discussion? If you are coming new, we are talking about research-oriented education. Do you have anything to be added to our discussion? We need to hear from your side. You are most welcome to share your knowledge in this point. Welcome, colleagues. Anyone wanted to add from his or her knowledge? Please open your mic. The floor is yours. Hello? I saw Mr. Emmanuel wanted to talk. You can open your mic and please go ahead. Yes, your mic is open. Please go ahead. Mr. Emmanuel? Mr. Emmanuel? Hello? Okay. If there is no discussion, that's enough. We can finalize the day. If there is any points to be discussed, the floor is yours. We need to hear from your side. You are most welcome to share your knowledge. Please, if you want to continue with us, it will be good issue if we can discuss with each other the issue of research-oriented education. Hello, anyone wanted to say anything, dear colleagues? Hello? Hello, Dr. Bitkar? Do you want to add something? Hello?
Yes, madam. What topic is going on? Just I have joined. Please explain all these things.
Most welcome.
Which topic we would like to discuss? Just give some hints so that I can continue.
Most welcome. We are talking about research-oriented education. We are talking about transformation to be in status of professional education. So you are most welcome to continue with us. Please introduce yourself. I know you very well, but we need you to introduce yourself to our.
I am Professor Principal Dr. Betkar from India.
Welcome.
Just I was moderator of this series on 2nd of this September. and my speech is also scheduled on 14th of this month. So when I get the link, I join here always. And today's topic related to education. So when we see the aspects of the education, when I was joining, there was some discussion about the chemicals in the kitchen, I think always. It was the topic of the like, yes. But which topic today is in discussion? Just I would like research oriented education is the topic. Okay. Research oriented topic. Okay. Research oriented topic. Research oriented education. So let me explain or let me discuss about this. Research is the thing where we can add some innovative thing in the existing matter. If we are talking about the students of school level, college level, or UG level, or university level, no doubt about it. But the teacher, as a teacher, we have to create a vision. We have to create an opinion of that. Observation should be increased so that the students can identify what are the errors in the existing equipment or errors in the existing system. If we try to overcome that errors or what are the lacunas are there, then we can do research. Suppose if you want to wear a glass like this, if it is something having difficulty here to wear, then we have to give some shape to it, like this. If we have pen with us, and when it have no grips, then we get harder to write. So every equipment, everything, or every what is in around us having some errors, teachers give some vision to the students so that they can start to thinking user friendly, more effectively. That is the ignition of the research. There are many types of research. Some do article research, some do some practical research. But practical research are more important because we use that equipments, we use that domestic items at a home. Those are having so many errors with that. With the students, or if you give the direction to the students to overcome all this, they can find a point on the research. So research is the basic thing to search on the need, and that need can support to create some innovations, research in that field. So education, while we do the education is just not completing the facts which is covered in the syllabus or in our article or in the curriculum, but supportive to that, we organize some events which can motivate students to do, to create something, and that is useful for the society. So from the childhood days, from the middle school days, high school days, we can initiate a point in the mind of the student to do some extra work, research work, which can be used as a useful to the society. That is the research. Anything, madam?
Excellent, my dear brothers. Excellent, Prof. We need to thank Prof. Dr. Petikar also. Sir, I hope if I can pronounce the name in a good manner. I am so sorry. Did I pronounce the name good? Okay. Really, thanks for your addition. And if you wanted to continue, it's yours. Really, you added a lot to our knowledge. You touched very important points in the issue of research-based education. If you wanted to continue, you are most welcome, my dear colleague. If you wanted to continue, it's yours.
If you see the things around us, anything, if you try to do that thing in innovative way, suppose if you want to do the survey of an area, Suppose there is a mechanical devices or mechanical bikes or any repairing shops are there. If you do some research on that, you find frequently few items are under repair. If you organize some survey to the students, if you give them direction to the students as a project, they can do the survey of that market and create such points where we can try to overcome that errors. Suppose some students do a survey of a mechanical shop, they always find few items which are always frequently under repair. So if they collect the list all of this, then if we study physically of that items, then what happens? The metal they have used, the rubber quality they have used, or the other extra feature they have used have the low quality. That's why they are under repairing. Similarly, students try to recommend some few things to increase strength, young modulus, bulk modulus, or anything supportive to that. It should not be under repair. Similarly, if we do some work at home, in kitchen also, if you give example of kitchen, there are so many equipments we use in daily in our kitchen or at our home, but every equipment or every item is having some errors in that. Suppose we want to drink a water bottle. If it is plain, then it is smooth, then it can be get shifted, selected from our hand. At that time, if we some change the shape of that water bottle, adding some grips to that, it always supports not to break that glass bottle or anything. So every equipment or everything, if we do some research on that, if we do some more study on that, and if there are some atoms which can be modified one, if there is example we can note for few days. So that car was having 52 patents as they have announced in their advertisement. This shows that every modified thing is can be patented, and patent is the highest part of the research. If we do the study of the corona period, then every scientist, every lab was going to do some work useful for the society, not for the drug on the corona, but they were using some equipments which can support to prevent from the corona and that spreading of that virus. So that it is clear that in our daily life, what are their problems? If we solve on our level, or if we give a vision to the students to search on that, to think more and more on that, they always find a way where we can use that equipment in our educational as a educational aid or anything. So that is the research, and some part of a curriculum is supported by the field tour, by field survey, some practical work. It can support to the education. So education should be in parallel with the research, and the duty of the teacher to give some guidance to enlarge the vision of the students, to learn about the problems, to try to solve that problems with equipments or any idea or any theory also. So that is the research, and we all do these things in practical way with the students.
Hello, hello, colleague. Thanks a lot. We need to thank our respected speaker, Prof. Dr. Tikar Usa. Really, you touched very important issues related to transformation towards professional education. We are very grateful and thankful to you because you volunteered to share your knowledge. We are very happy by your presence. Really, you enriched the discussion. Thanks a lot for you, sir. Thanks, Jai Hind. Thank you. Welcome. Now we need to transfer to discussion, but please, sir, stay with us for continuing the discussion. We have many great guests, many colleagues entered inside the meeting, so we need to discuss with them this very important topic, because I am coming from Faculty of Science, so the topic is very closer to my heart, because research and talking about education in correlation with each other is very, very important. Let me to see some comments inside the chat about today's webinar. Yes, I saw our colleagues inside the chat are saying to you, thank you, sir, because you did a great lecture. Thank you again. And also from my side, thank you. And from IDYM team, they are thanking you for your efforts. Also, we have many other colleagues. So all of you are most welcome to deliver a lecture with us now, or to continue the discussion. The floor is yours. We have a very open door, so you can, without knocking the door, you can enter without knocking the door. Just unmute yourself if you wanted to add anything. We have Dr. Sonel, we have Mr. Razul Karim, we have also Dr. Tsiko. Most welcome. We have also Dr. Regita, Dr. Liliana. MashaAllah, we have many guests, Dr. Mirla. So the floor is yours. Anyone wanted to discuss with us this point? You are most welcome. Also, I am so sorry. We have Principal Ashu Sharma from Punjab. So all of you are most welcome to discuss with us. Anyone is ready can open the mic and discuss with us this important point. I think that chance will not come again, because today we are talking about both education and research. It's very important and it's highly required. So, Dr. Sonel, do you want to discuss with us some points, or Dr. Tsiko? Is the ready one is most welcome to start. Please go ahead. You are the moderator and you are the speakers now. I left moderation to all of you.
I would like to thank sir, because such a one-sided information he has given. What is research actually? Because many of our educators fail to understand the meaning of actual research. Research is not just going into the books and just giving them the bookish knowledge to the child. Sometimes what happens when you give a particular research topic to a child, the child automatically goes into such a unventured territory, that he finds something on his own. And that is research that he accidentally has invented while inventing something else. So at the same time, the child starts inventing two things at a time. The work that he was given to do, and while doing that work, the child sometimes invents some more research work which he may not have experienced before. So in a way, the child gains two types of research-based, experiential learning that happens. So the way the sir has said, we have to give children a lot of scope to fail at the same time, to learn to master the art, so that they learn to experiment and invent their own research-based topics. That is how the children become super achievers in life. Unless we unless we give the platform to the child to fail, because without failure you are not able to achieve success. That is 100% there. Someone has to fail to achieve a higher level of success. So let children fail. Give them children guidance. Give them the proper hand holding, so that while you are giving them the task that has to be completed, the child automatically picks up another task which is not there in the academics. So two-way research is done. This is a collaborative effort of the teacher, the school, the parents, and all the other factors that are involved in the child's learning journey. So research is a multi-dimensional. You can say it can be in science, it can be in normal learning, it can be just casual conversation with the child, because while conversing with the children come out with beautiful multiple conversation that the children will not, that the teacher will not be able to experience while giving them the academic learning. So research has to be accidentally productive, constructive, at the same time giving the scope for the child to self-master. That is what I would like to end this session. Yeah.
Thank you, my lovely sister. Really, you are great. So I have nothing to be said more than that you are great. And this idea or this information is not new. So I know that already you are great. Thanks a lot, Dr. Sonel, for enriching the discussion. And also, sir, do you want to say any comment, or do you want to add anything? Prof. Dr. Ibtikar?
See, but
Hello?
we just discuss about
I know that it's rainy now in India, so I know that there is some not work issues in India, but please go ahead, because we are against failure, so we need to continue, and we need to overcome any bad conditions because we are leaders. So please, sir, go ahead. Ignore anything and please go ahead. We are listening to you carefully. Hello, sir, can you hear me? Hello? Your mic is mute. Hello, sir? Can you hear me? I think maybe network issue. Prof, can you hear me? Okay. Maybe problem in network, so he can't hear me, but really a great job. Today, I'm very proud by all of you because you added a lot to our knowledge. You shared your knowledge with us. So it's a very great work. Thanks, Prof. Dr. Ibtikar. Thanks, Dr. Sonel, and thanks also Dr. Patel. Dr. Sonel.
Thank you so much. Thank you, dear. Thank you. We should not end the session. The show must go on. The show must go on.
Thank you. Thank you. However, network issue we are. So also we have new colleagues. So anyone want to say anything, Dr. Sik, Mr. Emmanuel, you can go ahead and open your mic. The floor is yours. It's a very open door. So if you wanted to add anything,
thank you.
Most welcome. We are waiting for you.
No, I don't know. I don't have anything to add, but I just wanted to appreciate the speakers today. That I've enjoyed the session. It has been very, very good. So I've enjoyed it. Thank you very much.
Also, we are appreciating you, and we are appreciating your presence all over the times. We are very happy and we are proud by your presence. Do you want to participate also in the topic research-oriented education? We are talking about transformation towards professional education. So do you have something to be added? The floor is yours. Please go ahead.
Currently, I don't have anything to add, but I just wanted to say that I have enjoyed the session. It has good advantage from them, so they should keep it up. Thank you very much.
Most welcome. Most welcome. Most welcome. Anyone who
wants to
add anything, you can also add your comments. If you are not ready to open the mic, you can participate via chat box. I saw that all comments about you, Prof, are saying that well done, and and a great job. Thanks a lot. We are very grateful and thankful to you, Prof. Dr. Iftikhar.
Thank
I
you so
hope
much.
you can hear us. Really, we are grateful and thankful to you. In the name of IDYM teamwork, I am thanking you. Most welcome.
The one last thing is learn, and try to adapt as much as talent as you can. There is no end to learning. Learn as much as you can so that you can give productive learning to others also.
Yes, agreed totally. Also, you talked about failure. I'm listening to you during talking about failure. You said that no success without failure. I agree totally, my dear sister, because all of us tasted a failure. We are falling down, then standing up. So without falling down, we can't know what's the meaning of how to stand up. So appreciation to all your words. I know that Dr. Sonel, when she is opening her mouth, she is doing a great job. So I know that it's not new.
You know, there is a lot of research in the failure also. See the gravity of the lesson that it teaches you. Research the word failure. You will find immense of learning which no books can teach you. So never fear the failure. The failure is come to attack you so that you become more skillful and more upgraded in what you have failed in. It is going to give you a lot of learning. So accept the failures like wisdom gems, and this is the journey to the roads less traveled. Thank you.
Excellent, excellent, excellent. I'm trying also not to transfer experiences of and the journey of success to my students. I'm also trying to transfer to them failure experience, to be adaptable, to accept all failure issues by appreciation, and they need to ask themselves how to overcome this failure, how to do new start. Yesterday we are talking about game-based learning, and the speakers touched a very important point. They talked about what about failure? What about failure? How can students accept failure? So it's very important issue to talk about failure, not only about success, because without talking about failure, there is no success. Without overcoming failure, we can't achieve any progress or any successful, because we need to adapt ourselves about all hard conditions of life. So I'm very happy, my dear sister. Also, we have colleagues from Malawi, Mr. Emmanuel Rally. He discussed some related issues to research-based education. We have another colleague. I hope if I am pronouncing the name in a good way, Dr. Israel Shidon from Romania. From to the chat, the opinion is excellent about the discussion. So you are most welcome to continue. Also, we have Dr. Tesiko and many other great colleagues. So the floor is yours again. If you wanted to add something, I don't like to talk alone. I love discussion. I love listening more than talking. So the floor is yours, please. Any one of you wanted to add anything? Already we reached to the end, but we need to hear a lot and to listen from your side. So you are most welcome. If you have anything to be added, you are most welcome to open your mic. Okay? I'm inviting all colleagues inside the meeting now. If you had anything to be added, you are most welcome. It's your home. So you can open the door without excusing anyone. It's yours. You are the moderator and the speaker instead of me now. Okay.
Your sound is having disturbing means background noise is there. What problem? I don't know.
My sound?
Atmosphere is not good. I think it is having some distortion.
Oh, maybe issue of network, sir. So now I'm inviting all of you to add anything if you want. The floor is yours. So, Sarah, if you wanted to add something, you will be most welcome.
Dr. Iman from Egypt,
Yes.
yes, and all the participants that those joined here from India or abroad. Today I am joined and just I listened that there is discussion on the education and research. Somehow I did few points very nicely by answering your questions, and they have discussed all these things about the children, how we can do research in the education. It's a very best factor that as one participant have said that if you do some freedom to the students, they will do something in that area. At the time, we should, and they will innovate something new thing, and we have to catch that point where they are stayed by innovating something new. Research may be by accident or purposefully can be did. Many research in the past have did by they observed by accident also, as like our X-ray. It is by accident. It was not purposefully did, but it is observed on thumb impression on a photographic plate. So few research are innovations are by accident, but few are purposefully did by doing some study on that. If the research may be accidental or maybe by doing the research, that should be materialized for the useful of the society. It should be more and more refined to obtain the purpose of that research. As we go in the market, we always hope the most moderate thing or most modified thing. Why it is the tendency of us? Because there is more and more research on that. That thing is modified because of the innovations did by the research. So, your research can give a name to you because people are always see what the modified things are available there, and the modified things can't come within one night. It's the output of the so many days, years, and then only we get a perfect output as a research to materialize it there. At lower level of schools, there is no provision of financial to do the research, but duty of us is to create some innovative idea in students' mind so that when they look the nature or anything around us, around them, they should think what are the errors existing in that, and they should think positively. If you want to open single door of our home, if it is getting harder to open, then what are the problems out there? What are the attachment is there? Why, which metal is needed there? Which bearings or the equipments which can be used, it can shift easily. So these are the basic things one student or any child can think, and this thinking line or think aspect of this education is to think such that it can give more and more refined thing, useful thing for the society. So in higher education level, there is more provision of the financial provision of the land. There is also provision for the government. At that time, when they do research, they get some result, and they should be characterized with equipments, and equipments are costly. So that R&D sections of any factory or any organization or university do help to the students to characterize that research. That is some costly. So at that time we require laboratory, all these things. But from the high school days, from the primary school students to the 11th or middle school students, we just give a vision to the students so that they can think with more innovative way to find more and more from an existing thing. Thank you, madam.
Most welcome, sir. Already you are talking about very important issues. Discussion enriched the day. We are very grateful and thankful to you, sir, for participating us for the discussion of today. Really, you are great speakers. Hats off to you. Thank you. Thanks for your participation and thanks a lot for your valuable time. We are very proud by your presence. Thank you again. Okay, our dear and lovely colleagues, now we are going to end. Anyone wanted to add anything will be most welcome. If there is nothing, so we can go to the end. But before going to the end, we need to thank our respected colleagues because they enriched the day and added a lot to our knowledge. Thanks for Dr. Debali because she delivered a very smart and very lovely lecture. She talked about research-oriented education. She talked about how to engage students in the educational process. It's very important. She touched many important issues related to how to create and how to improve leaders and how to improve leaderships inside the classrooms and inside the academia. Also, thanks to our respected colleague and our great speaker of today, Dr. Petikar, Prof. Dr. Petikar. Really, you added a lot to the day. You changed the day to be better. We are very grateful and delightful to your presence. Thanks a lot for our guest from Malawi, Dr. Emmanuel, our guests from Romania, Dr. Mirel Shidon, and thanks for all colleagues, Principal Asha Sharma, Dr. Liliana, Dr. Tsiko, and we have no enough letters to thank you, my dear sister Sonel. I delayed thanking you because you are already in your home. So I am a guest can thank the owner of the home. So we are very grateful and we are very thankful to all your Dr. Sonel. You added a lot to the positivity of the day. You changed the day to be positive. She talked her about positivity and how to be against failure by overcoming failure. We need to overcome failure and we need to go towards the success. I saw Dr. Morel is trying to open her mic and Dr. Sonel. Anyone of you is ready, please go ahead. We will be happy to hear from your side. Welcome, colleagues. Hello. Dr. Sonel, Dr. Miral, are you hearing me? My voice
You're
is
calling
clear?
me? Ma'am, you're calling me?
Welcome, yes, sister.
Okay.
No need to call you. It's yours, Dr. Sonel.
Okay,
No need to call any one of you because it's yours. You are at your home. Feel free to continue.
What do you want me to say on? I will just like to end the session is you have to move from the FOMO to the JOMO, the fear of missing out, and go to the JOMO, the joy of missing out. That is where all the research-based ideas are hidden. So people don't try to come out of their fears. People always scared. So we have to help people come out of the FOMO and move into the ZOMO zone. So this is what we need to invent and help educators, help children come out of this kind of competitive space. So FOMO and JOMO go hand in hand. I hope sir will agree with this, Betkar sir.
Yes, madam. Perfect. Perfect.
Yeah, because most of the educators are trapped in this, that unless we don't experiment, unless we don't try to, you have to start swimming in the ocean. Nobody is going to help you swim. So you have to unleash your fear factors. That is where most of the researches are invented.
Excellent.
That's all. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Excellent. Now I need to convey all thanks messages from IDYM teamwork, and this teamwork is presented by Dr. Ravi. He is conveying you because he is traveling now, so he can talk to you personally. So just I need to convey his thankful and grateful message to you. Thanking you and welcoming you. Sir, please, I wrote something to you inside chat box, please. I'm waiting for your reply, Prof. Dr. Ibtikar. Also, Mr. Emmanuel.
Yes, hello.
And also Dr. Dr. Sunail. I wrote to your chat. I wrote to you inside chat box. Did you get my message?
Yes, that was. Okay.
Thank you, sir. Okay, thank you. I got it. Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you. Dr. Marin. Okay, Mr. Emmanuel, I got it. Dr. Solen, I got it. Most welcome. Dr. Marin, I think he is trying to open the mic to participate us, but maybe network issue. We are hearing from you. If you wanted to participate with us, you are most welcome. Hello? Hello, Dr. Mirel? Dr. Mirel Shidon? Maybe network issue. Dr. Tsiko, do you want to add something before closing? Dr. Tsiko, we need your side. I know that you are a great scientist, so the floor is yours if you wanted to add something. I am reading your lovely messages via chat box, but we need to hear from your side. We are encouraging you to participate us. No need for encouragement because already it's yours, it's your home. Go ahead, please, if you wanted to participate us. Dr. Tsiko wrote a very important message. She said that successful classroom management relies on a handful of fundamental strategies and large number of quick interventions. Very important point. Very important point. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yes,
okay.
I'm here.
Most welcome. Most welcome, my dear sister. Please go ahead. We need to hear from your side. Most welcome.
Yes.
Okay, it's okay. Now we went to the end. So before ending the session, I need to thank all of you. I'm very grateful. Personally, I'm very grateful and thankful to you, to your time, to your knowledge. Thanks a lot, Prof. Dr. Tikar, again and again. Thanks a lot, Dr. Sunil Haj, again and again, Mr. Emmanuel, and also Dr. Dipali. We have today great speakers. We not only have two or one, we have four great speakers. Thanks a lot for all of you. Thanks for our lovely guests now of the day, Dr. Gita and Dr. Liliana and Dr. Maren and Principal Ashu Sharma and also Dr. Tsiko. Thanks a lot. And today we talked about research-oriented education, transformation to professional education. Really, our guests added a lot to our knowledge. Thanks for sharing your knowledge and your valuable information with us. And now we reached to the end. Before ending, we can't end without thanking the team behind the camera and in front of the camera. We need to thank Dr. Ravi for his great efforts for inviting all of us to share scientific knowledge for free to students and to researchers. Thanks a lot, Mr. Donel Asmi. You are doing great work. However, she is still in the youth stage, but she is very great. Really, regarding myself, I need to say I appreciate you because she is behind the camera now and she is handling the issue of life via YouTube and Facebook and many technical support. Thanks for our lovely team. I don't like to count because maybe I can forget anyone. I don't like to forget anyone. Thanks a lot. Appreciation to all of you and namaste and Jai Hind. And bye bye. See you. Thanks, Dr. Mirel. Greetings from IDYM and also personally greetings from Egypt to Romania. Thank you and Jai Hind. Most welcome. Tomorrow we will have another new lecture, another new talk. Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Siko. We will have tomorrow. Thank you. We have tomorrow another lecture in this series. We are talking about education. So please keep in touch. All opinions are most welcome because all opinions will enrich the day. Also, I am very proud to all of you. I am very proud to be a part of IDYM. I am very proud to have all of you. Thanks a lot. Thanks. I'm reading all messages via chat. I am very proud to read all these lovely messages. Really, thank you, Dr. Siko. I'm very grateful and thankful to all of you. Thanks for IDYM team and see you inshallah tomorrow in the next session. And also Dr. Sunil and Dr. Buji and Dr. Ravi are planning for a new series. It will be done after this series. Make it as a surprise. They will talk about education and new education policy in a great series. They are handling a great issue. So keep in touch. We don't like to miss you as a speaker or as moderator or participating with us inside the discussion. Thanks a lot for all of you and Jai Hind and greetings to IDYM, greetings to Dr. Ravi and Mr. Donel and all our teamwork. Bye bye. See you tomorrow. Thanks a lot. This is Dr. Iman Alam from Egypt. I'm very happy to be a part of this great team. See you and bye bye.
Thank you.
Thank you, my dear sister. Bye bye.